the mental math aerobics that I used to do before paying my credit card bill. I knew I had money available for the payment, but I was always a little unsure how much exactly I could send. What if I didn't have enough to pay my rent next week, or I had an unexpected cash expense? Well, no more. YNAB makes it easy to know exactly how much money you can send toward your credit card payment. Just look at your credit card payment category, not at your checking account balance. Let's hop over the budget and see how that looks. To make a payment on a credit card, first check your credit card payment category to see what's available. The amount that you can afford to send for that payment is the amount in the credit card payments category, as long as you don't have any red overspending in your budget, which is great. It means no more guessing. Now, if you've budgeted for your spending before it happened, then YNAB set that money aside for you to make your payment. I'm going to go ahead and pay this $100 towards that $100 of debt I currently have on my Discover card. I'll use this handy record payment button. This is a payment from my checking account since that's where the money is right now. And there's nothing to categorize when you make a payment because you already chose the category when you bought that stuff on the card. You're just paying back the credit card company. This is essentially a transfer of money from your checking account to the debt on your card. YNAB knows that I have $100 available for that payment, so it actually fills it in for me, which is super convenient. I'll hit save, and now there's nothing available for the payment. I owe nothing on that Discover card. And in my checking account, there's that $100 leaving my checking account for that payment on that Discover card. But let's say that maybe you're like my mom, and you prefer to keep your dollars in the bank as long as possible. So maybe you only pay your statement balance each month, which could be less than what your total credit card balance is. Let's go ahead and undo that payment for a second. And in that case, what I would do when I record this payment, again from my checking account, is I would just change the amount of the payment to my statement balance. Maybe my statement balance is $75 right now. Go ahead and hit save. And any money left over is going to remain in that credit card payment category. I still owe $25 on my Discover card here. I'm still going to eventually have to pay that $25 to the Discover card company. But just like any other category in my budget, this $25 will remain there until I'm ready to send it for the payment on that card. So it's still there in October as well. But what about if we owe more money than we have available for the payment? In this example, you can see I owe $2,465 on my Visa card, but I only have $365 available for the payment. That's $65 of spending that happened this month, plus $300 that I budgeted towards that old debt when I first added my card. Now, if I were to pay this card in full, I would have some serious overspending in my budget. Let's see what that looks like. I'll head on over to that Visa account, payment from my checking account again, and I'm going to change the amount I have available for the payment to the balance on that card. And over on the budget, you can see, $2,100 of overspending. Now this is pretty serious. That means that I cannot trust my budget right now. This means that there's $2,100 missing from my budget that hasn't been accounted for. So I can no longer trust my budget. Now to prevent this, you always want to check your credit card payment category before you pay your credit card bill. I'll go ahead and undo that payment real quick. If you're planning on sending more money to the card than you have budgeted in that credit card payment category, you're going to be overspent there, just like with any other category. If you don't have enough for the payment, then you can add more to that credit card payment category from your to-be budgeted or move money from a different category. The beautiful thing, though, is that with YNAB, if you've budgeted for your spending before it happens, you have the option to pay that card in full any day of the month. Or you can choose to wait until the day that that balance is due. And it's as easy as that. No more stressing about your credit card payments. If you budget for the spending before it happens, that money will just be sitting there waiting to pay your credit card bill.